So YouTube, welcome back to another one of my videos. So if you guys haven't guessed, I'm actually using my brand new recording, video making setup, whatever you guys want to call it, to record this video. As you guys can see, I've now got a light. I said I was going to get one. I ordered the same one that I borrowed from the university. So now this is going to be the light that I use for all of my videos. And I've also got my microphone over here on a boom arm. I don't know if you guys can actually see the boom arm because I think it's kind of blended in with my TV. But I do have a microphone on a boom arm. It's actually right here. You can see where my hand turns red when I hover over it. So I thought that we would do just a chill kind of video to test out my brand new setup. And what we are doing is I am going to be answering randomly generated questions from this website. So the first question that has been randomly generated to me is, what is your silliest fear? I would have to say my phobia of llamas. I'm terrified of them. I cannot stand them. They freak me out. I had an incident when I was a child that basically a llama spat on me and bit me when I was coming home from swimming with my two cousins and my auntie, and it's just freaked me out ever since. I just can't look at llamas, I can't be around llamas, I just absolutely hate llamas. And to make matters worse, on my way to secondary school, the bus drove past a field of llamas. So I think my stupidest fear, or silliest fear, is probably llamas. I cannot stand llamas. What pets have you had? Well, my current pet is my dog Tamla, and I point there because she's actually out there. So I have a little beagle called Tamla who I love dearly. My first pet was two fish called Miley and Spot. Spot lived for 4 years. Miley only lived like 1.5. Or maybe even less than that. Then I got a fish called Happy. I had a Siamese fighting fish called Liberty. And then I had fish when I had this channel as well called Dan and Humphrey. Yes. Oh, I had Jet as well. I had a fish called Jet at one point. I had a lot of fish, and then we got a dog. This one's really interesting. What would your warning label be if everyone had to wear one? My warning label would be, I talk too much and I over-explain too much. I'm sorry, I just don't like being misinterpreted. Yeah, mine would just be, warning, talks a lot. It should have just been to the point like that, but I still over-explained that. Warning, over-explains too much. In 40 years, what will people be nostalgic for? I think in 40 years' time, traditional TV won't exist, and I think that my generation will actually be nostalgic for traditional TV, like terrestrial TV, like, you know, your Sky boxes, your Freesat boxes. I don't think they're going to exist for much longer, so I think in the future we're going to be nostalgic for having those set boxes, and more people are streaming, like Netflix and stuff like that. So from my media mind and my media perspective, I think that in 40 years' time, my generation, well, I'll be 60 at that point, I think we'll be nostalgic for. Do you remember when you used to just have the remote control and the TV boxes and the Sky boxes? I think we'll be nostalgic for a Sky box. Oh, this is really interesting. These are really good questions. If you have children, what career would you like them to pursue? And what career would you not want them to pursue? I don't know if I will have children or not. If I did, the career that I would want them to pursue is anything if they're happy with, but the thing that I wouldn't really want them to get into at all would be a hurtful industry, like, you know, like scamming people, or, you know, those like phone calls that you get, like those BT scams and stuff. I'd never want them to go as far as scamming someone or manipulating somebody or using somebody for their own gain. I wouldn't want them to get into a career that kind of promotes that kind of behavior. I don't like seeing people being used and stuff like that. I just don't like it. It doesn't sit well with me. So there's no career that I would be like, never go down that route. I would want them to pursue whatever they were happy with, because I was fortunate enough that my mum allowed me to pursue the career that I want. If I had children, I would be the same. I'd be like, you know, I want you to have a life that you're happy with. So I want you to fulfill whatever career it is that fuels your passion and something that you're skipping down the road to go and do. What activity or hobby is filled with hateful people and would put you off doing it? I would say sports. I never got into sports because I think that people take sports way too seriously, and I think if sports wasn't taken as seriously as some people take it, I maybe would have gotten into it, because when I was actually in primary school, I got onto the camogie team, and I was like, if you guys, I know some of you guys are from different countries, if you don't know what camogie is, it is the female version of hurley. Like, if you've ever seen ice hockey, it's kind of like Irish hockey, but it's not, it's hurling. It's like Irish hockey, but I got into the camogie team. I was really annoyed because I got put onto the B team, and then I didn't actually get to, like, play any matches. I think we got to play one match, and because we lost that match, that was us out, and I was really annoyed because I really wanted to play, and we just had to sit around for hours and do nothing, and I was so pissed off, and I said to my teacher, I was like, hey, this isn't fair, like, you know, I want to play this sport, and I'm put in the B team, and I only get to play one match, and, you know, why are all the other girls, like, why are they allowed to be in the A team, and why am I, like, put in the bench, basically, and then she said I was being rude, and I got kicked off the team. It was really unfair, because it seemed like the girls that were on the A team were, like, the popular girls, the girls that were, like, sporty, which I think the two teams should have been merged together, so that I could learn from the girls that were better at the sport. If I hadn't had such a bad experience of being in sports teams, maybe I would be a professional camogie player. That would be awesome! I should maybe go and pursue camogie again. Which do you prefer? Books or movies? I would definitely say movies. I don't like reading. I was about to say I can't read. I can read. I am literate. I get a book and I either read it in one night, or I read half of it and go, I can't be bothered. And I think a movie is just easier because I'm a very visual person. I think a visual demonstration is always going to be better than a written demonstration. So I think it's the same with films and books. I would rather watch a good film than read a good book. What food is delicious but a pain to eat? I'm gonna go very, very common and say a burger. Because here's the thing with a good burger. When you get a good big burger, has, you know, the meat, the lettuce, cheese, you know, get everything in it, and you bite into it. The filling sometimes, if the bun is too small, the filling will do this scoochy thing, and it'll come out the back. Half your sauce is gone, your meat's half out, and you've ate mostly bread in that bite. And sometimes your burger meat, I've had it just fall out completely, and then you have to reconstruct your masterpiece of a burger. When a burger is done sloppily, it is a pain in the ass to eat. I feel like even in, like, burger chains, they don't do it well. McDonald's burgers just always fall apart. The minute you look at a McDonald's burger, that shit is falling apart. What's incredibly cheap, but you would pay way more for? In my case, because it's gonna get boring now, because I'm a game collector, I would pay more for a game that's maybe not worth as much if I really, really wanted to give my collection. For example, like, I was looking at some PlayStation 2 games, and, like, you can get some of them for, like, £2 CX, but because I could order it online, and it was, like, in pristine condition, I decided that I would just order that one for a £5. I do that, you know? Sometimes you gotta do that, because you're just like, I can actually see the condition of this one. But then if I order from CEX, they just send me a random one from one of their nearest stores. I don't know what the condition is, if it comes to the booklets, but the one on eBay, I know it has the booklets, I know it has this, I know it has that. So sometimes, yeah, you will pay a little bit more. I do that sometimes, just because I pay more for the security. I was hoping to end it in like a better one, but honestly, I think I'm going to end it here. But this is really fun. I might do this again. I feel like it's more of a chill video because I'm just getting random questions and I'm just able to answer them and just kind of answer them from my brain, because I have no idea what these questions are going to be or what they're going to be like. So I just think it's a really awesome video. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe with some love. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next video.